Tennis isn't just about skill, it's also about drama. We're counting down the 20 most shocking moments that left fans and players speechless. From courtside tantrums to mid-match meltdowns, these incidents redefine what's acceptable on the tennis court. You won't believe what happened at number 3. It's pure chaos. So brace yourself and let's get started. At 20th place, we have Kyrgios mocking Novak Djokovic. Imagine a player so bold they'd mock their rival's signature move right on center court. In an empty stadium, one star decided to put on a show that no one saw coming. Nick Kyrgios took his ongoing feud with Novak Djokovic to new heights during the 2021 Australian Open. COVID-19 restrictions leaving the stands empty, Kyrgios seized the moment during a men's doubles match to mimic Djokovic's famous victory celebration. Kyrgios replicated Djokovic's chest-thumping and arm-spreading gestures to an imaginary crowd. Don't be surprised, the Aussie has a knack for stirring the pot. When asked about it later, Kyrgios simply said, "Just feeling the love, I'm just trying to spread the word about the celebration." At 19th place, we have Wozniacki's imitation controversy. While Kyrgios thrives on controversy, other players have stumbled into it unintentionally. Can a harmless impersonation cross the line? Well, when Caroline Wozniacki did a playful imitation of Serena Williams during an exhibition match, things went south. Wozniacki's impression involved exaggerated gestures and physical mannerisms associated with Williams, drawing mixed reactions from fans and commentators. What was meant as a lighthearted joke quickly transformed into a heated discussion about racial sensitivity in sports. Wozniacki later responded to the controversy, stating she didn't intend to offend anyone. But the damage was already done. At 18th place, we have Andy Murray hitting Coach Ivan. Moving on, we have Andy Murray's accidental shot at his coach during a casual match. It's 2013 and Andy Murray is in an exhibition match at Queen's Club. The crowd's tense and everyone is waiting to see what happens next. Suddenly, Murray mishits a ball and it flies straight at his coach Ivan Lendl, hitting him square in the chest. But instead of tension, what follows is pure comedy gold. Murray, overcome with embarrassment and amusement, starts jumping up and down like he's just won Wimbledon.
Was that the best shot you hit all week, mate?
Oh, so happy. I was so happy after that. I didn't realize it had hit him until I got up, but yeah.
The crowd erupts in laughter. Ivan Lendl, known for his hard looks, can't help but smile as he casually returns to the baseline. It's a nice story, but don't get too comfortable. The real drama is about to begin. At 17th place, we have Federer's Miami meltdown. What happens when the level-headed Roger Federer transforms into a racket-smashing rebel? The 2009 Miami Open revealed a side of the Swiss maestro that left the tennis world in disbelief. Roger Federer, known for his cool demeanor, suddenly loses it during a crucial match against Novak Djokovic. In a moment of frustration, Federer smashes his racket on the ground. Everyone was shocked.
Another forehand. Wow. When do you ever see Roger Federer destroy a racket? And he's getting booed. I don't think I've ever heard Roger Federer getting booed and whistled at, ever.
But this wasn't just about one bad game. The pressure of the game and the weight of expectations have finally taken their toll on him. At 16th place, we have Gulbis' sexist slip-up. When Ernest Gulbis opened his mouth about women in tennis, he served up a double fault that left fans and fellow athletes stunned. Known for his controversial comments, Gulbis took it to a whole new level in 2014 when he declared women should not pursue their careers towards becoming professional tennis players. The backlash was immediate and intense. Players, fans, and media alike condemned Gulbis' remarks as sexist and harmful to the progress of gender equality in sports. Gulbis tried to backpedal, attempting to clarify his comments, but his explanations fell flat, only adding fuel to the fire. It just wasn't going to work. At 15th place, we have Fabio Fognini's fine for misconduct. While Gulbis fumbled with words, another player was about to fumble with his composure on one of tennis' biggest stages. What happens when a hot-headed player meets the decorum of Wimbledon? In 2014, Fabio Fognini was about to show us, and paid dearly for it. Fognini's match at Wimbledon that year turned into a showcase of everything you shouldn't do on a tennis court. He broke his racket, hurled insults at tournament officials, and made obscene gestures that would make even the most lenient umpire blush. It was like watching a bull in a china shop if the china shop was the grounds of the All England Club. The price tag for Fognini's tantrum? A hopping $27,500 fine, the largest ever imposed at Wimbledon up to that point. At 14th place, we have Hingis versus Williams' sisters. Fines may hurt the wallet, but some actions in tennis leave scars that money can't heal. Which former world number one dared to question the success of Venus and Serena Williams? It was none other than Martina Hingis, the Swiss tennis prodigy who dominated the late 90s. Her rivalry with Venus and Serena Williams was fierce on the court, but it was her comments off the court that really stirred the pot. Hingis dropped a bombshell when she said, Being black has helped the Williams sisters. They get advantages and sponsors due to their skin color. Talk about a double fault. Fans, players, and media alike were quick to call out Hingis for her racially insensitive remarks. Safe to say, the backlash was swift and severe. At 13th place, we have Matosevic's coaching controversy. Tennis has seen its fair share of controversies, but one player's refusal to consider female coaches left the community stunned. Marinko Matosevic, nicknamed Mad Dog, unleashed a tirade that had everyone talking. "I would never hire a female coach," he declared, sparking outrage across the tennis world. Matosevic also said that he didn't think highly of the women's game. The funny thing is that at the time, this guy had only reached the second round of a major once in his career, so it was a lot coming from him. At 12th place, we have Nadal's accidental assault. That's enough off-court drama for now. Let's take a trip down memory lane. During the 2013 Rogers Cup Riffall, Nadal faced Novak Djokovic. These guys were rivals, but things almost escalated. During the game, Nadal's backhand went awry, and the ball ended up hitting Djokovic square in the face. The stadium fell silent for a moment, and Djokovic was visibly upset, but he tried to compose himself. Nadal looked genuinely concerned, and the whole thing was later resolved. They both handled it quite well, but that was very anticlimactic.
And Nadal apologizing about the shot in which he hit it at him.
At 11th place, we have Troicki's Wimbledon walkout. From physical risks to reputation-damaging outbursts, we've already heard a lot, but hey, we're not done yet. The game raises pressure, but what drove one player at Wimbledon 2016 to cross the line so dramatically that he actually walked off the court mid-match? Enter Victor Troicki, whose temper tantrum at Wimbledon 2016 left spectators shocked. During a crucial match, Troicki lost it over a disputed line call. He confronted the umpire, calling him evil and the worst in the world.
"What are you doing? Did you see the ball? You're so bad!"
But Troicki didn't stop there. In an unprecedented move, he walked off the court mid-match. His outburst came with hefty consequences. Troicki faced penalties, including fines and suspension. At 10th place, we have Hewitt's racial controversy. Fines and suspensions are one thing, but some controversies cut much deeper. In 2001, a heated exchange between two players at the US Open opened up old wounds. The match between Leighton Hewitt and James Blake at the 2001 US Open started like any other, but it quickly turned into a flashpoint for racial tensions. During the game, Hewitt accused a linesman of calling foot faults against him because of Blake's race. The comment caused a stir. Hewitt's words sparked immediate backlash, with many accusing him of racial bias. Both players tried to downplay the incident afterward, neither wanting to escalate the situation further. At 9th place, we have Youzhny's self-harm shocker. What happens when a player's biggest opponent is themselves? In 2008, one pro's mid-match meltdown redefined the meaning of beating yourself on the court. Enter Michael Youzhny at the 2008 Sony Ericsson Open in Miami. After a crucial mistake against Nicolas Almagro, Youzhny's frustration boiled over in a jaw-dropping display. He smashed his racket against his own head, drawing blood and leaving spectators stunned. The self-inflicted injury was so severe it led to a medical timeout. Commentators were left speechless, struggling to make sense of what they just witnessed. At 8th place, we have Connor's US Open outburst. Sometimes experience only fuels the fire. In 1991, a tennis icon showed that nearly 4 decades of life wasn't enough to tame his temper. Jimmy Connors, at 39, unleashed his fury during a US Open match against Aaron Krickstein, creating one of the most infamous moments of his career. After a controversial call, Connors exploded into a heated argument with the umpire. His temper was on full display as he hurled curses and confronted officials. But Connors had a reputation for playing aggressively, so this didn't really surprise anyone. He had confronted many officials before, but it wouldn't hurt to turn down the heat every now and then. At 7th place, we have Djokovic's pandemic party. In 2020, one player's actions during a global pandemic left everyone in shock. Novak Djokovic, a Grand Slam champion, organized the Adria Tour charity event that quickly became known as tennis's pandemic party. Despite widespread COVID-19 concerns, the event featured players hugging, partying, and playing without social distancing. The lack of health precautions was glaring. As you might expect, it didn't end well. Several players, including Djokovic himself, tested positive for COVID-19 shortly after.
All right, here's what some people do know. Novak Djokovic, the top-ranked player in men's tennis, faces some backlash after players at his tournament tested positive for coronavirus.
The backlash was harsh on our boy. Both the public and the tennis community criticized Djokovic's decision to host the event. Djokovic's response, he accused his critics of conducting a witch hunt against him. At 6th place, we have Köllerer's match-fixing scandal. You've heard of match point, but what about match fixing? Daniel Köllerer's story isn't just about losing a match. It's about losing everything. The Austrian player became the first tennis pro to receive a lifetime ban for match fixing. The Tennis Integrity Unit investigated Köllerer's actions between October 2009 and July 2010, finding him guilty of 3 offenses related to anti-corruption policies. The consequences were severe, a lifetime ban and a $100,000 fine. Köllerer didn't go down quietly, though. He claimed he was unfairly targeted by the ATP, suggesting they used him as a scapegoat to deter other players. Köllerer argued there was no solid proof of his involvement and believed the ATP wouldn't impose such strict measures on bigger names like Rafael Nadal or Novak Djokovic. At 5th place, we have Năstase's racist remarks. A tennis legend's career took an unexpected turn with a single remark. Enter Ilie Năstase, former world No.1 and Romanian Fed Cup captain, who shocked all of us in 2017 with racist comments about Serena Williams' unborn child. During a Fed Cup match, Năstase was overheard referring to Williams' baby as chocolate with milk. Once people heard about it, he was cooked. He was immediately removed from the event as outrage spread through the community. The International Tennis Federation didn't hold back, slapping Năstase with an 8-month suspension and a $20,000 fine. But the consequences didn't stop there. Năstase found himself barred from attending future Wimbledon and French Open competitions. At 4th place, we have Tarango's Wimbledon walkout. From bans to walkouts, tennis has seen its share of controversy. But in 1995, one player took things to a whole new level at Wimbledon. What started as a typical match quickly spiraled into chaos. The fallout would involve accusations, penalties, and even physical violence. Enter Jeff Tarango, whose dispute with umpire Bruno Rebiu during his 1995 Wimbledon match escalated beyond belief. Tarango accused Rebiu of corruption, earning himself a code violation.
You're the most corrupt official in the game, and you can't do that.
Code violation, verbal abuse, point penalty,
No
Mr.
way!
Tarango.
That's it!
But instead of playing on, Tarango made the unexpected decision to walk off the court mid-match. The drama didn't end there. After Tarango's exit, his wife confronted Rebiu outside the court and slapped him. Talk about adding fuel to the fire. Tarango later claimed he'd heard stories about Rebiu favoring certain players, though these allegations were never proven. At 3rd place, we have Kyrgios' girlfriend Sledge. The Tarango's wife slapping an umpire seems extreme. Wait until you hear what happened at the 2015 Rogers Cup, which rising tennis star crossed the line with a comment so disrespectful it nearly derailed his career. Nick Kyrgios is known as the bad boy of tennis, and for good reason. He took trash talk to a whole new level during his match against Stan Wawrinka. In the heat of the moment, Kyrgios dropped a bombshell saying, "Kakanekis banged your girlfriend. Sorry to break the news to you, man." The reaction was immediate. Wawrinka demanded severe action from the ATP, and they didn't disappoint. Kyrgios was slapped with a massive $100,000 fine. Kyrgios tried to backpedal with a post-match apology, but the damage was done.
Just what went through your mind in making a statement like that?
You know, I thought, he was getting a bit lippy at me, so I don't know. It's just in the moment sort of stuff. But yeah, I didn't really know. I just said it.
At 2nd place, we have Serena's U.S. Open meltdown. Even tennis royalty isn't immune to on-court drama. Remember when Serena Williams, 23-time Grand Slam champion, faced off against an umpire? Let me juggle your memory. The 2018 U.S. Open final between Serena Williams and Naomi Osaka turned into a heated battle that went beyond the scoreboard. It all started when Williams received a code violation for coaching from the stands, which she vehemently denied. The situation escalated quickly, with Williams smashing her racket and accusing the umpire Carlos Ramos of being a liar and a thief.
I didn't get coaching. Are you kidding me? Because I said you're a thief. Because you stole a point from me. But I'm not a cheater.
As tensions rose, Williams received 2 more code violations, leading to a game penalty. In a passionate outburst, she claimed sexism played a role in the umpire's decisions, arguing that male players weren't penalized as harshly for similar behavior. At 1st place, we have McEnroe's iconic outbursts. Think tennis is all about polite applause and respectful nods? Think again. One player's uncontrolled temper redefined the sport's image forever. His infamous catchphrase still echoes through the courts decades later. Enter John McEnroe. McEnroe's on-court antics were legendary. His most famous outburst came during the 1981 Wimbledon Championships. After a controversial call, McEnroe exploded, shouting, "You cannot be serious." This phrase became his signature.
You can't be serious, man. You cannot be serious! That ball was on the line!
But this wasn't a one-off incident. Throughout his career, McEnroe's temper tantrums were a regular occurrence. He yelled at umpires, smashed rackets, and generally behaved in ways that earned him the nickname Super Brat. And that's a wrap. Which one made your jaw drop? Let us know in the comments below. Give a like and don't forget to subscribe for more unbelievable moments from the world of sports. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.